Okay, I don't even know what this looks like. I have a huge mess here because I was originally going to use my camera, the one that causes me so many problems, but it's not working. So, anyways, I was asked a question, and that question was, or is, how do you deal with body image during recovery? One of the hardest things. One of the hardest things. Basically, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get myself comfortable. You have to learn to focus on the inside rather than the outside, on who you are inside versus who you are physically or what you look like physically. The most important is who you are on the inside. You know, looking back, um, back then in the beginning, before I went through recovery, probably one of the most devastating things someone could have said to me was, "You're ugly," or "You're this, you're that." Now, it would hurt a lot more if someone said I was ugly on the inside. That really hurts. So you have to learn to focus on who you are on the inside and learn to accept you for you, like yourself for who you are, love yourself for who you are. And it's not easy because I remember, when I first started out in recovery, and like many of you, when I was deep in my eating disorder, I didn't only not like who I was, I hated who I was. So that was very hard for me, very, very hard for me. Saying even one thing I liked about myself. I didn't like anything about myself. Nothing. And I remember every day in our first process group, like in the morning, and this is when I was in treatment, we had to name something that we liked or say something we liked about ourselves. And I hated when they came around to me. But the first day, I sat there and I was just like, wow, nothing. There's nothing I like about myself. And luckily, the first day they let me, get away with it. But, eventually, I did have to start thinking about things that I liked about myself. And with time, it got easier. The whole point is to make you see that it's more important who you are on the inside versus what you look like on the outside. We did a challenge in my treatment program, and it was a very uncomfortable challenge. We had to go to the process group with no makeup on, but that wasn't the worst part. Not for me. That wasn't the worst part. The worst part was we had to wear mismatched clothing. That drove me nuts. Oh gosh, that was so uncomfortable for me, being not matched. Oh my gosh. But anyways, the point of that was to have us sit there and think about and focus on who we are on the inside versus focusing on what we look like on the outside. So basically, the only answer that I have to that question is you need to learn to accept, like, and love yourself for who you are and start focusing on who you are on the inside. And that takes therapy, that takes dealing with any trauma. It takes everything. It's all part of the recovery process. And it's not easy. It's day by day and it takes a while. But I would suggest that you start doing positive affirmations daily. Put them up somewhere you could see them. You're in your bedroom or on your bathroom mirror, or things that you like about yourself. Or just say, I'm a good person, I'm a caring person, I'm funny. Just stuff like that. Take it one day at a time and say it out loud every single morning. And you'll be surprised. It does work. It takes time, but it does work because you kind of have to reprogram your brain. It's so much easier for us to take in and hold in the negative things that we either tell ourselves or hear from other people. The harder thing to hold and hold in is the positive things. So it's everyday step, everyday process, and you'll get there. So that's the only thing that I can tell you, and I know that it's easier said than done. But I got there. Is every day for me, do I wake up and just say, oh, I love myself, or like just so happy all the time with myself? No, I'm still constantly learning new things, growing, changing, and it's a life process, really. As far as I'm recovered, but as far as learning who you are and growing, it's a life process. So, try not to get frustrated. Try not to compare yourselves to others, physically or others that are in recovery, because the rate of recovery is different for everybody. It'll only discourage you if you focus on others and where they are at in recovery. Just take it day by day. That's the best advice I can give you. I hope this helped. Take care. Bye.